Hello everybody and welcome to a brand new episode of Build Study. Well, I've done it. I've started the series that may never end because this is the biggest server that I know of in the Minecraft vein, in the sort of medieval vein. It is ArdaCraft. This is an amazing windmill. I was on this ArdaCraft server quite a while ago, but my computer really struggled. So now that I can actually run Conquest Reforged with some decent frames that are okay, now I'm really happy to get on here and really do some deep study of this server. So what I'm basically going to do is I'm going to start the clock now. We're going to look for about 20 minutes an episode. And I just want to bring you with me. If you have not checked it out, you can get on. I'm not a member or anything. I just got on. It puts you in a special state that you can't actually like break anything. Like see anything I break just pops back. But you can just walk around. It's really cool. They have their own launcher. It's really easy to find. Just Google ArdaCraft. A-R-D-A craft. But it obviously runs Conquest Reforged mod pack with a few other mods, better foliage and a couple other things. I can't remember exactly what. And there's a texture overlay in addition to Conquest Reforged texture that they've done especially for themselves. But look at this. Look at this fence. I mean, look how detailed that is. But so I was on earlier today, and I made friends with a builder on the server, who of course I can't remember his name offhand, but he took me through and showed me some stuff, gave me some tips. He couldn't get on voice, unfortunately, or else I would have recorded it. And maybe we're gonna talk about it later on. Yeah, it's not on now. But that may be coming. Maybe some of these episodes will be with a little bit of a show around. I think that could be kind of fun from someone who actually builds on this. The amount of thought and things that they've put into this is staggering. I mean, when I think Vasten is big, I come over here or something, and like one of their towns has more blocks than we've put in the whole world of Vasten. Now, yes, we're playing survival, so a slightly different sliding scale there, but still it's unbelievable. Now, so what I learned is these trees, the way these trees are, see how they're like big on the bottom and then kind of come up small. This is a thing that they actually did back in the day, maybe they still do, where you don't cut down the whole tree, you only cut it down somewhat, take the wood that you need and then let the tree to regrow. It's a thing. I didn't know that, but yeah, how cool is that? And that's something that we could add in Vasten. That they're like basically tree farm, like wood farms. Like medieval wood farms, and look how this is laid out. Now, yeah, all this kind of stuff is for planning, and I'm in a new town that they're working on now because that's where the little mini tour that I got left me off, and I thought let's just start here, and then we'll move on to some more finished towns like Bree, and if you know the Hobbit, we could go to the Shire and things like that. But and you know they use world edit, all of the terrain is custom made and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I mean, you know, we could do this by hand, but yikes, right? I mean, yikes, that would be severe. But man, look at some of the stuff that they have, like here, this is a great example. Just like in middle of a field, you have, what is this? I don't know what that is. Dried photo layer. But it's a cool addition for some stuff. It looks like there's some markers because again, this is one that they're just working on. So maybe this is like a forest that then they've added some, you know, it looks like wool. Clearly that's not going to be there forever. Maybe some markers to show where the forest is going to be. And we're going to get over the town in just a few seconds, but we'll just start with the farmland. You know, this is something that I think we could potentially add is more tiered farmland. So for example, now, what we're doing in Vast in season 2 is we're going to be doing a water town and a pirate cove. So there's maybe not as much opportunity for this, but looking ahead for future builds, and if we do some agricultural things, but putting the town, because you want to find vantage points, right? So man, look at the detail here. Putting the town at sort of a lower point. And I don't know how historical that is, but as far as the sites, and that's what I really care about. Whenever you're walking up this path, you look up and you can see up the hill and you can see the scale of the farm. That's pretty important and pretty awesome. So that's something I do want to look into. I do think I might add something here. Like this is hay on the ground. I might add a block like this, like maybe like a tilled farmland. I think that's something that we could actually potentially use. for fields like this. So I may look into that because we still have some glazed terracotta blocks. So one of the ground covering blocks I think we could potentially use for something like that. And that could be kind of cool. So that is something that's on the docket. Coming over here, you have huge fields of, what is this? Of seeds, wheat. It looks like it's maybe not grown yet, but that can't be right because I don't think it's that new. Maybe it's always in a state of just being seeds. I wonder if they have that turned off. That is actually really cool. I wish we could do that. Except for the survival element would mess that up a lot. But yeah, look at this. So it's like a newly planted seed. Another thing that's really interesting is in the middle of the field. So they have this road, which is something that we generally do. We have these big roads similar to this. But then, side note, they have a little just unplanted. It's not really a road, but it's like a path. And man, does that add something or what? That is awesome. And there's no reason why we couldn't do something like that. Actually, it's really interesting. There's like, you can see there's like rows of dirt. I wonder what that's for. I guarantee, I don't know what it's for, but I guarantee it's for something because, man, what they have done here is they have researched not just farming, modern farming, but actually medieval farming, and everything is really, really like fact-based and historically based. This is awesome. It is just awesome. And here's a field that looks like it's been like partially harvested. That's super cool. Look, this one has the same thing, like stripes of rows. I wonder what that's for. I'm gonna have to ask someone. But okay. Then you get down here and you have a little valley, and instead of just farm through the valley, even better than, okay, what I would do, I tell you right now, what I would do for the farm is I would just farm straight through it. Just wheat. But this is so much better. Have some water, because water would be at the bottom, right? And man, does this add something or what? Just like really lush, overgrown thing. Also, it does look like this water actually flows, which is absolutely amazing. This water actually flows down. I don't know how much I care necessarily all that much about that, because that is maybe a level like, you know, paying attention to gravity, maybe a level more than I particularly care about. But man, wow, attention to detail. Here's another field up here. It looks like another partially harvested field. That's a really cool idea. Just make some of these, it just looks like it's alive. And then up here, you know, I like this too. I like adding these stones, and that's about as easy as you can get. You know, it's not quite diagonal, but just goes along the road. That's something that I think we could add pretty easily and probably should add. And what I like is there's a grass, this, some sort of block, that's dark sandstone, it could be anything, cobblestone or whatever, and then another general layer of grass, and then the field, because that's how you wouldn't farm right up to the edge, because you couldn't if you had like a plow or something. And if you have this area, generally people are going to walk in the middle. That's just people's nature. They're not going to walk on the very edge, so this isn't going to get trodden. Makes a lot of sense, and it's really good. Generally, I take my paths right up to the edge, and that is not that's not as good. Wow, this is tremendous. You know, now I'm holding off on some things. Like we have a slab in the game, the petrified oak slab in vanilla, that is not assigned anything yet, that I could actually make something. So I'm kind of holding on to that because I want to see what slabs they introduce. And then potentially I have been thinking about maybe making it a gravel slab for roads and stuff, but we have cobblestone. I don't know how important that is. This is just really cool. It's just really cool. Just walking along here, man. You know, I mean, this is really cool. I don't like necessarily care if it would be this texture. It could be any texture with full blocks and slabs. You know, cobble works just fine. Stone brick works just fine. All that kind of stuff. And then we get down here into some of the town, and wow, look how cool this is. Now, yeah, they got all the layers. We don't have that in vanilla, but. I think what we could do is just, you know, a small little pasture, maybe a little pig pasture or something, you know. That's probably thought out. A couple pastures. That is so great. That's so great. This makes me. I just want to quit. I want to quit recording this episode and go build right now. Just like right now. I just want to get onto it. But yeah, this is a really cool barn. I really like all these slots. Are these trapdoors? Yeah, these are trapdoors, man. That's trapdoors with all these variants too. You know, we could actually, you know, I may have something for Germsy Boy to work out for us. He's our in-house texture expert. But man, to have these variations where you could do like really like a planked wall, we could use that a lot. Maybe do something like jungle trapdoors or something. Maybe that could be really cool in vanilla. But man, this is a nice barn too. I really, looking at these pens are super cool. That is about, look, this is about as simple as you can get, right? Just a couple, maybe two, maybe three. Yeah, just 2 pens. But that adds so much. You could even have houses around the back or something, and you just have these pens in here. Some, you know, some little tiny dirt pens. I don't think we have any of those in our whole land, and we will soon, because that's a fantastic idea. In fact, that should be on my to-do list. Maybe that's a new video I can start as my to-do list in Vasten. So, yeah, now looking into some of these other houses. Every house, by the way, every house that they have is fully furnished, which is staggering. That is staggering. If you can even imagine how many houses they have, look at this. Now, yeah, of course, we don't have furniture and stuff like that. Vasten being in the vanilla realm, but look at this. You know, there's no reason why we couldn't take what we do have though and translate it over here, because this is just I mean, it's just amazing. I'm laughing because I just can't even believe it. I can't even believe what I'm seeing here, how creative this is. This truly feels like a world. This truly feels like a world that I'm just like walking through. I can't believe it's voxel. It doesn't feel like a voxel based game right now. I mean, yeah, probably because there are a lot of things that are not voxel based. I'm looking at Circle right now, but you know what I'm talking about. Like, this is amazing. Then you walk out here in the back and there's a little garden, which again, in the back of a house, a couple houses have a little tiny vegetable garden leading out to a woods. Oh, beautiful. These trees are beautiful. You know, I'm looking at these trees. I'm always looking at trying to figure out different ways to do trees. We're getting bark blocks in vanilla next update, so that's going to be really nice to add to for this thing. These things up here that they have, this is, I found out these are like middle class house. You can tell that's what it is. You can tell what it is, who built it, roof, floor, foundation, wall. So someone else does this, I think, and then they build it. And then waiting approval, and then once a build team leader has approved it, you get that check mark. So, yeah, so that's how that pretty much works. And, you know, again, chimney, I have thought about replacing cobwebs with smoke or glass or something with smoke. I have thought about it because it is possible we could do it in a vanilla texture pack. Wouldn't even care if it's animated necessarily. I don't know. I'm still thinking about it because, like, this is what we currently have, something kind of like this, and you can see it's okay. But imagine if this were not animated, because I probably wouldn't want it animated for performance issues. But all of a sudden you have that. I think it adds a lot. So maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll make a glass texture, just a smoke, something like that. I think that could be really cool. And I just really like. I like everything about this. I like this little area. So you come over here. Here's a little tiny couple just apple trees. Looks like even barrels sitting around. Oh, so thought out. That looks like a player head. What is that? Apple, but I think that's a player head. So super cool. Super cool. And then some of the other things I was looking at already. Look at this. Look at the shape of this building. It's a completely diagonal building. You know, you can barely even tell it's diagonal. I mean, yeah, you know it's diagonal. But I mean, it doesn't look like, when I make a diagonal building, it looks weird. This, now I should say, they have the sideways stairs. We don't get those. But we could do this with full blocks. We could do this with full blocks. It would just look a little bit different. They did it in Novigrad with full blocks, right? And we took a look at that. Sorry, it's pretty late at night. I'm going to drink some coffee and choke on it. Oh, man. I paid the price for taking a sip of coffee in mid-recording. So what else do we got here? This is awesome. Hey, we're going to have better wheels than that. I can't believe it. We're going to have something better. We're going to have 3D model wheels. That's the one thing. The one thing that we have. Then what do we have over here? Oh, just like a community farming area? Dude, this is nuts. Really? Wow. Wow. This is great. Community farming area, sort of between the houses. I love it. I love it so much. You know, you could argue that Conquest is a little bit brown, and you wouldn't be wrong. You know, like if I'm looking at this, there's a lot of brown. I think that it fits. I think that if you were to go to a medieval technology sort of town or village or something, I think it probably would be really brown with some green for plants and leaves and stuff. You know, I get it. I totally get why it's brown. I like the texture variation. Like that is what the spruce platform, and this is spruce wood. Interesting. Huh. Different color. Oh, then there's this one too. Yeah, I like that. I like the texture variation. It looks like it's been around for a little while. I think that's really cool too. Let's move along here. Yeah, it's a little brown anyway. That's what I was saying. I would probably, if it were up to me, maybe include some cobble, and that's just, you know, that's just me being not as good a builder as these guys, but also not trying to base things quite as much in reality. So that's cool. That's an oven that's always on. Yeah, I've seen that before. That is really nice. Really nice detail. Books and stuff, man. Wow. This is. I mean, does this feel like Minecraft? Because it doesn't to me. It feels like a totally different game. Look at that meat hanging in. Yeah, we could even do something like that, you know, in vanilla. Like it's not as good. It wouldn't look as good, but we could do iron bars, a fire, and like a what would you call it? Like a nether wart block, something like that. You know, something that's going to give the appearance, and you know, you have to use your imagination just a little bit more in vanilla, but that's also at the same point, I think, part of the charm. So you know, that's why I'm doing this series. I'm looking to take inspiration. Hey, look, maybe my first found thing that isn't. My first interior found that isn't done yet. It must still be being built. Oh, yep. Exclamation point means I'm probably like, hey, finish it, someone. I'm guessing maybe. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, super cool. Super cool. I like, oh, look here. Let's look at this. Oh, look at that model. That's really cool. I like this, like, this is really great. So just like a little mini dock. Again, we don't have the layers. We can't really do that. Actually, we could make sand biome specific, but that's not really something I want to get into necessarily. Like we could make sand like, okay, if it's in not a desert, maybe it looks like gravel. That way we get sand layers, something like that. But I think that's it's veering further away from where I want to be in a vanilla sort of series, you know. Up here, just tiny little like hut or something, just like maybe like one dude lives outside the walls. Let's go. I know I spent all this time. We're not even in the town yet. I can't remember, unfortunately, what this town is. I want to say this is in Rowan. I wonder if we can find out where this is. What does this say? That looks really cool. I don't know what exactly it is. What is this block? Black wall trapdoor. Wow, they get all those trapdoors. Having a lot of trapdoors is really nice. It's really cool. Tier 2 professions. Yeah. I'm not seeing what I'm looking for, which is sort of like, where are we? But let's go in the town, because one of the things that the fella showed me around here, I wish I could remember his name, showed me around here was explaining to me is how they sort of plan things out. And one of the things, the reason why we came here is because this town is not finished. It's still a work in progress, and he wanted to show me sort of how this was. These guys this is like my 4th time on the world, and all 4 times someone has come on and talked to me and just been really cool and welcoming and really nice. These guys are really, really nice. If you want to know, if you do want to build here, there's an application process and test builds and all that kind of stuff. And then I don't know. I didn't look into it necessarily, but you can't just log on. You know, you need to apply, and you need to be a really, really good builder and accomplished in the medieval conquest style building. Obviously, as these guys really clearly are, guys and girls. So yeah. So okay. So even this. Let's talk about landscaping before we get anywhere else. You know, it would be. I thought we were here already, but we're not. Look at this town. This would be amazing for Lake Town, upcoming Lake Town. Now it's not going to be on the shore. It's going to be actually in the middle of water. But wow. You know, I wonder if there is a Lake Town. I'm gonna have to check that out for next episode. So, darn it, I'm really mad that that I don't know where I am. Okay, close. Would this tell me? No, probably not on journey map, right? I would have to like waypoints. Yeah, I'd have to. Look at the size of this. This is all I've been to, I think. I don't know. I don't know how to get around, but look at this. So just to talk about landscaping, to even, you know, to put a town that's up on a hill like this, that's a lot of work to manually do the landscaping. But look at what happens when you walk in. When you walk in, you get this. That is really good. That is really, really, really good, and I love it. Oh, look at the size of these doors. That's super cool. 3 tall doors? Wow, that's awesome. Oh. Wow. What is this, I wonder? I don't know what that is. I don't know what this like would be. Like, would this be like a meadery or maybe a religious sort of place? You know, I like the idea of here they used, what are these again? A wall of spruce logs trapdoor. Because we're going to have that texture. We're going to have this texture in the game. Now, I should say, it's only going to face one. I have these two guys, like these two going up and going on the side, randomized. Because I thought about using them primarily as decoration. But thinking about using it as a build, it's very interesting. It's very interesting. Maybe it's something that we could do. I'm gonna have to do some real thinking about that. And I like this, the idea of using, well, they call it light mortar slate, but we have a similar texture using granite. So that's cool for like a base of this. And then what I love is you're up here, you're at this level, and then you walk down and through here. And here's another thing that I struggle with is how to connect houses. And they have a really great thing here. It looks like this is not done yet. What's this say? Backyard rope maker adds storage area here. Keep in mind this area should be mainly for storage, the actual rope making inside the house. See what I'm talking about? How thought out this is? This is really good. Really, really good. Just a tiny little garden right there. Just a space filler mainly to keep everything cramped. Because if you lived in this house, right? Let's talk reality here. If you're this guy or person or whatever this, I don't know what this building would be. Then if you had this amount of space right here, you would probably plan it because this is all the space they have, you know? So that's something that's interesting. Huh, this is interesting too. Using stairs to sort of like support the wall. Dark oak log, dark oak beam. That's interesting too. Using just a bunch of different beams going up because that would maybe be how they build it. They just cut down a bunch of trees, put the logs on the ground and then call it a day. Very interesting. Very, very, very interesting. All right, so back to this prayer. Here we have another diagonal building, which is super cool. What is this? Walk down in here. Look at this. Is this not ridiculous? Wow. Okay, look at it. Does this seem like maybe it's daytime all the time here? I don't think it's been night since I've been on, which is fine. I totally, as a creative mode building server, I totally get that too. They don't seem all that concerned with like light levels and stuff because I don't see very many torches, which I get, of course. It's on peaceful. There's no mobs. So then you're going to come up here and you're going to go up to the next level, which is interesting. So this town looks like it has multiple walls, maybe? Which I think is what you would do to make it defensible, right? I mean, you would want invaders, if they are coming in, to have to fight through several different points. So I think that's super interesting. What's this arrow mean, I wonder? Is it drawing attention to this house? I know. If so, I wonder why. Look at this. How cool is this? Wow. Just some storage up in this barn. Oh, it's a barn or something, I guess. Yeah. Nice. And what's really cool is we're going to have these tutor blocks too, thanks to Germsy Boy. So we're going to be able to do a lot of these kind of builds as well. They don't look exactly the same because they're for vanilla texture, but I mean, you know, similar. Yeah, that's awesome. Where do we live out? I want to go up here. Okay, yeah. So then up here. Oh, this is cool. Using these blocks, we have those. See, this is what I'm thinking. I'm gonna want to change texture so I can choose whether they're facing up or facing the side. Yeah, I like this. So then this is a second level. I like this too, using like these trapdoors that appear like doors that could open and close. Yeah, because they would. You'd want to have this again to be able to be defensible, right? Clearly, you know, work in progress there. Interesting. interesting. It looks like this part is maybe not done. Yeah, again, I just want to reiterate. I know I said this before, but this is a brand new build that they're working on. And obviously, this is how they planned it out. So let's take a look at this and look at how these things are planned. I wonder if there's going to be a wall around here. Let me see. What's this say? Change cliffs to be more imposing to make this terrain flatter. Might add one small house to it, or just have all allotment gardens. That's cool. Allotment gardens. That's interesting. That must be the little tiny gardens, I guess. Wow. So change terrain. So that's something. Yeah, because look, this this river is not done. I think that looks like a world painter river or something. Whereas if you go over here to this river that is done, yeah, here you can see there's more variation. Although not a lot more, but there's more variation to this. So interesting. But this is what I really want to see. I wanted to see part that isn't done and just really take a look at how the process of this goes. So let's get up into, I guess you call this a castle, I guess. This is cool. Walking on trapdoors to give a little depth. Or is this? Spruce carpet. Oh, spruce carpet. Ah, I want that. That would be great. Oh, it looks like some targeting dummy, maybe some practice. Some yeah, this is like this is a barracks. Okay, cool. I love that you can just look and tell what it's supposed to be based on just the decoration stuff, swords, bows, all that kind of thing. And look at all these twisting stairways. They're so good. Here's some defensible stuff. If you need to, you could just, I don't know, defense this, or maybe it's just storage. I'm not sure which. Can I get down here? No. This way? Wow, this is awesome. I like that too. I like this fireplace. I don't know if this fireplace, it looks like maybe it's a fireplace to make, maybe make arrowheads, something like that. It does look like this possibly is a blacksmith. Is that what you call this? It does kind of look like it, doesn't it? Like a weaponsmith, maybe? That's awesome. Then we'll come up here. Oh. Doesn't seem like you can go that way. Oh, what are these? Grain silos? Oh, man, these are awesome. This is why I need these. Germ, we need these in our texture pack. Germ, I'm going to link you this video right here at this spot, and I want you to make us these. This is amazing, man. Okay, cool. How do I get through here? I don't know. Maybe it's being defensed right now. Like, maybe at this point in time, like, there's an attack or something. This is super cool. This is super cool. Anyway, look, I think this brings us to maybe the end of this. Look at this. Oh, man, there's more stuff in here, too. Oh, this is ridiculous. Just ridiculous. Anyway, I think this brings us to the end of our episode today. So look, if you enjoyed this episode, I hope you did, because more is coming from the ArdaCraft server. I really want to get into this deeply. I've checked one town. There are so many. And we actually did a very small look at that, but we got some ideas that I think we're going to be able to apply to the realm of Vasten, which is something I want to do to our survival world. And yeah, we're going to go from there. So anyway, for me, that's it. Please join me in Discord if you're enjoying these build study videos. Maybe you can even link me some possible ideas of some stuff I should record and take a look at. And check out the Realm of Vasten Season 2, starting very soon as 1.13 comes out for vanilla. And Conquest Reforged Magic Reloaded, new series on the channel with some Conquest Reforged and some Botania and Thaumcraft and that kind of stuff. So I will see you next episode. Thanks so much. Bye, everyone.